We may only be halfway through the current season, but already the countdown is on to the 2026 Australian Formula One Grand Prix.
Yeah, the annual event is promising to be bigger and better than ever, meaning fans need to start planning now, Stanners, if they want to be there to experience all the action. So this morning, we've assembled three of the sport's biggest fans to help you at home make sure you are trackside when the greatest show on four wheels rolls into town next March. Hosts of the Paddock 43 podcast, Elle Baillieu and Pat Valeri, join us alongside today's motorsport king, Trevor Long. Good morning to you all. What a cast. Elle, let's start with you. We hear it all the time, bigger and better, but for those who aren't diehard F1 fans, why is the 2026 Aussie Grand Prix promising to live up to this hype?
Well, put it this way, and Clint, I think you'll relate to this. You've been on a diet before, if you haven't heard about that, everyone.
That's a touchy subject this morning.
When you get to the end of the diet, you are ready for that Macca's burger. When the F1 season takes a break over our summer holiday, winter in the other hemisphere, having F1 back as that season opener, it is a good one. So the anticipation build-up, the chance that Oscar Piastri is going to be world champion, it's all going to happen, and it just gets better every year. The Australian Grand Prix Corporation really do put on an incredible show for us. They put Melbourne and Australia on the map, and they top it every year. So can't wait to see which headliners they're going to get as well.
For context, I split my pants this morning. And she laughed. Pat, to you, grandstand ticket info was released this week. It included the announcement of this, as Elle said, the Oscar Piastri stand. What's behind that move? It's an incredible honour.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all about celebrating our hometown hero. Obviously, Oscar is from Melbourne. And like Elle said, you know, Oscar has had such an incredible career, and he's hopefully, you know, he's leading the Drivers' Championship, and hopefully all of Australia is crossing their fingers that he's going to convert into a win. And then off the back of that, Drivers' Championship win into the Aussie GP with your own grandstand. And especially, you know, we did see Lando Norris have his stand in Silverstone, which was so incredibly successful. It just makes sense that Oscar should also be honoured with a stand, you know, to follow like after the greats of Ricciardo and Webber and Brabham. Yeah.
Trev, to you, I mean, with all this Piastri fever, let's not beat around the bush. Ticket prices have gone up in a big way. This is going to impact sales, right?
Look, I think it won't, unfortunately, because of demand. It's all about supply and demand. I think the Aus GP costs are going up, and they have to follow that to push the prices up because there's demand for it. So you do need to account for a bigger budget, but we need to remember the tickets go on sale September the 10th. And last year they sold out in literally hours. So the number one thing to know is if you've got an American Express card, American Express is one of the big international Formula One sponsors, they've got a pre-sale September 3rd. So very important to be thinking about this now, not in January. It will be too late by then. And, you know, sign up for the newsletters on the Aus GP. They'll keep you updated as well. So they're very good at communicating exactly what's going on.
Well, just on that, Elle, you're a Melburnian. You know how it works there at Albert Park. What's your advice to fans so they don't miss out?
Preparation. Preparation is key, and a good internet connection. Tell your family, tell your boss, book in a meeting. Take this time. Don't be a hero. Log on early as well, and make sure your phone is on silent and do not disturb. I've seen people have, you know, they grab every computer or device around them and they have multiple tabs open. And also be prepared to know where you want to sit and what ticket you want, and have backup options. And shout your friends. Be that hero that does buy it for everyone and brings everyone along, because that's how you should experience the Grand Prix together.
Yeah, you can put it on Stanner's credit card.
Exactly.
Let's talk logistics then. Pat, is there a grandstand or a spectator position that offers, I guess, the best value for money in your eyes?
Honestly, it really depends. It's such a, personal preference. The thing with Aus GP is, like Elle said, they put on such an incredible show, and there is something for everyone. You know, they've got the park pass that starts from $45, and you've got access to all the activations and the restaurants, and there's really good viewing. In terms of grandstands, I think the Brabham is a really good one. It's right on turn one. You get that first corner action, potential overtaking, but also cannot look past the Oscar stand this year. You know, it's right on that main straight at the start. You've got the podium directly across, and also directly across, you can see into the McLaren garage. So You're right in the action.
Okay, Trev, Pat just told us about the park pass. You know, any recommendations from you on how to do it on a budget?
Don't feel like you have to be there on race day. you know, the race is epic, but it's also amazing to watch on TV. What I do is I go Thursday, Friday, because you get to take in the full atmosphere, get the cheap general admission park for the Thursday, and just wander around, experience everything. There's lots of activations and brands. And then on the Friday, if you can afford a grandstand seat, get one, so you've got somewhere to sit for the couple of F1 sessions. But otherwise, get a general admission and just enjoy the atmosphere, because it is really an unbelievable atmosphere. And I agree, bring mates. It is a great thing to do with mates. But remember, you can bring your own food in. Public transport's free. It doesn't need to be over budget for you if you just account for the ticket prices.
All right, great advice there from all of you. Trev,
Thanks, team.
Pat and Mel, thanks for joining us.
Bye.